Good morning. It's the 22nd of March. And I got just so way off topic yesterday. I didn't mention one of my other diagnoses that has really affected my work performance and my relationships. Major depressive disorder. They also threw in there when I was taken in after the demonic attack in January of 2019 when I was still married. And I don't talk about that, but it's a very real thing. I spoke about the woman before, the love of my life, and the man she's in a relationship with now. She was sharing with me in an empathetic way about helping him manage his depression that he suffers from. Her and I were having a back and forth about that a few nights ago. And do I believe, just like all mental illness and all diseases, these are spiritual attacks? Yes, I do. But people don't have to agree with me. That's what I believe through my coming to learn things. And yes, and I would be happy to discuss those things with anybody off the side. If anybody ever wants to communicate with me and connect with me, I'd be happy to do that off of here. It'd be an honor. So moving forward, as I said, I got sidetracked yesterday. Just so excited to be back on here, so excited to share, and have opportunities. Even though I'm in a horrible place right now financially, I don't have food to eat. I don't have but a quarter tank of gas until I get paid next, which it's okay. As I was told, the Lord will, Elijah and the ravens, the story of Elijah and the ravens, and I'm surrounded by ravens where I'm at right now, so it's kind of a beautiful thing. The story of Elijah and the ravens will give me what I need to eat. And I am blessed to be in this body right now and still have this right now, this brain of mine. It's defective, it's a mess, but I can share with the world. And as I said, there's not going to be a lot of people that are going to get into these videos, most likely. But the few who do, they've gone through it themselves, or they're curious about it. Like in 2009, when I was married and I had just gotten into a program of recovery from my addiction, that my ex-wife gave me an ultimatum: if I didn't quit, she would leave. So I had to find a higher power. And at that time, I was atheist. I didn't believe in the spirit world. I was curious. I guess you'd call me agnostic. I was willing to be shown proof. I was an atheist. I do recall walking away from my faith when I was 17 and picking up a Ouija board because I was lonely, and I was looking for a friend, and that's why I picked up the Ouija board. And I'll share about that at a later time. And I only used the Ouija board one other time, December of 2021, on a full moon in Oakland with a witch that I met online, and we had a weekend together at her home. And that was a very intense experience, but I wanted to just share that. Like, I was looking for a friend in the spirit world. And yeah, so for me, I was agnostic. I needed to be shown proof, and I got that proof. That's why I'm saying this. Like, my videos maybe could help somebody who's looking for proof. Like Dr. Richard Gallagher in New York Medical College gave me that proof. When I was in 2009 searching for higher power, he gave me that proof. So he's a board certified psychiatrist, and he is a professor at New York Medical College, and he gave me the proof that I sought. And for him to put his license to practice medicine on the line, and his ability to be a professor on the line, to give the world proof through his experience. And he was once agnostic. He was shown. He was a scientist. So Dr. Richard Gallagher gave me that proof. Thank you so much. And he told me to pray for him in a conversation that we had in 2009. He didn't have to reach back out to me, and he did. And he said, in my line of work, I need prayer. And I said, you got it, doctor, wherever you are. So 15 years later, here I am, homeless due to my addiction. And I have so much to share on the line of work he is in, based on my own experience. And that's why I'm making these videos. So like I said, I've been attacked by the demonic throughout my whole life, and I didn't even know it until I look back now. But when did it cripple me? And I shared that January of 2019. What doors did I open to let the demons into my life? Well, they came from the womb. My mom, she was under attack her whole life. As I said, her dad raped her. Many men and women abused her. And my mom was also an alcoholic. There was so much there. My mom was under torment from the demonic her whole life. The lineage, as the Love of My Life sister talks about, the lineage of the generational curses and such. And she shared with me about how one was given to her through her great grandmother, and she broke that curse in this life. She broke that curse. My soul sister broke that curse. And I have a generational curse. The addiction that I have that's made me homeless. A great cousin of mine who took his life long before I was born had the same addiction I have that put me in this homeless position. He borrowed money from my dad's dad, who I never got to meet. He passed away September 3rd, 1965. And I never got to meet him. And he borrowed money from my granddad, and then he lost that money with his addiction, and then he went and jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. So what do I do to break that curse? Don't let the demons murder me. And the demons murdered him, got him to take his life, just like they did to Judas. They tormented Judas after what he did so bad, he ran to the tree and hung himself. So for me, don't take my life. This channel is about suicide prevention, the work of the demonic, and how to fight them. The only way I've found to fight them is through the blood of Jesus. I have tried everything else. Truly, I have. There is a Hamas soldier who is either still incarcerated or was incarcerated. He was an Islamic militant. He was attacked by the demonic while he was in his prison cell. He did everything the Quran said to do, and he got no relief. And then he was visited by Jesus in his cell. And his testimony is online. Just talk about Hamas soldier visited by Jesus to help him fight the demonic. And he got that help. He became Christian. When we're all, as I said, we're all Christian. We may just not know it because he's our creator. God is our creator. Jesus. I know people that aren't Christian don't understand that, and that's just the way it is. And I didn't at times too. I sat with pastors. I sat with people to try to understand, how can a man be God? Well, it's far deeper than that. Far deeper than that. It's God putting himself in a man to come to us and just trying to help his children that he created. And then down the rabbit hole, well, why would he create something so destructive as us? Well, that's where the fallen come in. That's the temptation of Lucifer. That wasn't his intention. He didn't intend for Lucifer and the angels to rebel. He didn't intend any of that. But hey, it happened. Things happen. We rebel against our parents. This is life. And here we are right now. I'm here to share my testimony. Who created God? I was asked recently if there is a God. He created himself. And people say that's crazy. Well, that's just the way it is. And why is it a he? Because that's the way it is. Why was Mary Jesus' mom? Because that's the way it had to be. A man can't give birth to a woman, to a child. So it had to be Mary. Yeah. So we can go down the rabbit hole all we want. And a lot of my stuff is rabbit hole-ish. And it's sitting in pain. As I was told by Satan through a man on March 7th, he said, "You just like to whip and punish yourself, don't you?" And I can get on the hypocrisy of that, but I'm not talking to a man. Yes, a man's vessel was being used by Lucifer. I'm having a conversation with Lucifer. And I know people here, well, what makes you so special that Lucifer would come to you? You're a nobody. And I talked about that before. He does not like me speaking about his on here. He doesn't like anybody doing it. And I'm very vulnerable, so his attacks are going to hit me very hard. When Mark the Messenger gets attacks, he's got so much to fall back on. When the love of my life's baby sister gets attacked, her younger sister gets attacked, my soul sister gets attacked, she has her sons to fall back on. She could call her mom. She could call the love of my life. She could call other friends of hers. And I'm not saying that I'm a victim. It's because of what I did to myself that I don't have people in my life. I could have rebuilt a family after my parents died and after my ex-wife is gone. I could have rebuilt a family, but I chose illness and wickedness and selfishness and self-indulgence and evil. I chose vileness. I've had opportunities. I shared about how my soul sister gave me an opportunity to be a living babysitter for her sons and learn how to take care of those young men. Like I had that opportunity, but I ran because I could not emotionally handle it. So I'm not a victim. That's the point here too. But I'm saying when people have a lot of structure and strength in place, they can sustain Lucifer's attacks. On March 7th, when I got attacked in my dream with that horrible dream about the love of my life and the man she was with, and him being everything sexually that I wasn't to her, and just making fun of me at my very core. The one thing her and I still had left that was special to her, by her own admission, before I hurt her beyond repair with my mouth. He attacked that, and it made me want to leave my body. It hurt so bad. So that's what it is. And I'm going over time here, but I want to share. This is why I'm here, to help people. That's it. My goal is to help people, and some people, I believe they're going to get helped by this. Somebody's going to listen to this, and then you know what? Hey, let's talk to this guy. Yeah. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you desire to. Any prayer requests you have, please leave them for me. Thank you very much. I'm going to begin now. I'm going to settle down. I'm going to try to settle down, and I'm going to begin sharing from the moment, the doors that I opened that led to my 5150, the doors that I opened for the demonic to attack me in such a way that crippled me, and then to all the events up until this very moment right now. And it's going to be lengthy, and I'll try to keep it structured. And any questions anybody has who happens to be interested in this, please don't hesitate. I got a couple of questions yesterday. My email will be given out. If you want to start corresponding off of here, I'm happy to do so. If we develop rapport, happy to exchange numbers, things of that nature. We can have conversations that are meaningful and powerful and help each other. That's the goal here. Community, unity, help each other in the name of Jesus. Just get the fight on to the demonic. That's the goal here. Thank you all.